Bow, bang, bang. I love you guys. We back, YouTube. I hope you guys are having a good day. I pray to God he lets me get this message through the correct and right way. Today we need to talk about, does skin color matter? This is a very touchy subject, and I've also talked about this with a lot of my friends as well. So I've kind of got some different viewpoints from different races. But one of the main points is, bro, it matters, but it may not affect certain people, you know? Because one of my white friends he was talking about, he was like, skin color doesn't matter to me because it doesn't affect me on my day-to-day basis. And I can kind of understand that because you got to look at it from a perspective. Most white people, bro, and people of a certain skin color, Asian, Arab, they live in predominantly what? White areas, Arab areas, or Asian areas. So on their day-to-day life, bro, them walking outside of their house, skin color is not going to affect them. Them going to school, they're the majority. Skin color is not going to affect them. So it don't really, so they see it as like it doesn't matter because in their day-to-day life, things aren't like made about skin color. Things, people don't look at them different because of skin. People don't question them about skin, bro. So to them, bro, skin color does not matter, and I can kind of fully understand and agree with that. But then the point of it that it does matter is that when you take those white people or those Chinese people, and let's say you put them in a different environment, people are going to look at you and notice you and look at you for your skin color and say, all right, that's a white guy, that's an Asian guy. Put a white guy in Japan, what's gonna happen? The Japanese are gonna say, that's a white guy, and he will probably get treated as such. But in his regular day-to-day life, it does not affect him. So hence, that person of that race and that skin color doesn't think it matters. When in reality, it does matter. It just doesn't affect you personally on a day-to-day basis. That's where it comes in, bro. So we need to stop saying that skin color doesn't matter. Of course it matters, bro. Of course it matters. We have eyes. We can all see that people have different skins and that different skin colors and different races do act different, but we are all human, but we do have different tendencies, bro. Just like we see different animals, a moose and a deer aren't the same thing, even though they are still four-legged animals. We got to understand that. Another part why they don't want to say, why they want to say skin color doesn't matter is because people kind of want to forget about racism a little bit. It's kind of easy to say racism doesn't exist and I'm not racist and I don't believe in racism when you think skin color doesn't matter. If a lot of people try to use that as their excuse, skin color doesn't matter, I don't see skin, so I'm not racist and I don't have racist tendencies. We gotta understand, you can't forget racism by saying you don't see skin color. People have been seeing skin color for over hundreds of years and have like acted on that. So how can you just sit here and say all of a sudden now you don't see it? Of course you see it. You don't want to acknowledge it. And why don't you want to acknowledge it? Because if you acknowledge skin color, you're going to acknowledge a lot of stuff that in history was actually brutal and awful, and the way they've treated people over a skin color is not something that you want to be a part of. That's kind of what I notice when people want to like say forget about skin color, I don't see it. It's like kind of a way to cope with the racism, for them to forget about the racist stuff that's attached to skin color. That's why everybody's so touchy to talk about skin color now, because of the racism that's like attached to it. People understand there's brutal stuff that went in to skin color, not just skin color for black people, guys. I'm talking about skin color for Asian people, skin color for white people, bro. Just certain things, bro. Certain characteristics. Even look at the Holocaust, bro, and Jews. It's like a lot, this classification stuff, it does like create harm and stuff, and it's easy to say that, oh, I don't see it, a Jew's the same as a Christian to me, but bro, if you look at history, that's not the case. It's easy to say, oh, a black man's the same as a white man to me, but if you look at history, bro, that wasn't always the case. It may be easy for you to say now, but from what we can see and what a lot of us have experienced, that's not the case. So it's kind of an easy cop out to get rid of the racism and stuff by saying skin color doesn't matter, religion doesn't matter. The truth of the matter is, all those things do matter, and people will treat you differently based off of it. I'm not saying that's okay, and I'm not saying that's all right, but we have to be more realistic and understand, yes, people are going to treat you differently based off of your skin color, race, religion, your social class, your income. It just, I can't sit here and say it don't matter. Hence, another reason why, bro, we need to use the skin color and all that stuff to classify people. That's what a lot of people also forget too. We usually classify black people and white people and Asian people based off of their skin color, bro, and their ethnicity. That is very important, because a lot of us, we are the same. I'm not going to sit here and say every human is not the same. Every human is the same. But we also need a way to identify and classify each other, because we're all the same, but we act differently and we look differently. That's what sometimes where I don't understand the we're all the same part. We are, because we're all human, but in the midst of it, we are still different, because we act different, we look different, we talk different. And how are we going to identify a black person from, let's say, a Chinese person if we don't use skin color and race? That's another reason, bro. We need skin color and race to matter. Why? So we can identify people the correct way, bro. That's one thing a lot of humans want in common, bro. We all want like identity and to be identified with people that look like us, think like us, and act like us. But if we don't use skin color and we don't use race, it's gonna be very hard to do that. And you're just gonna try to convince a bunch of people they're the same when in reality they're acting different. That's when people start getting upset and angry. It's like trying to convince a frog that he's the same as a fucking lion or something. People are gonna get upset because we're clearly different and we clearly act different. Yeah, we may be alive and we may like breathe air, but at the same time we look different, act different, and feel different. So we do need, skin color does matter in that sense, bro. We need it to identify who's who and put people in groups together, because people like being grouped together. That is one thing about life, bro. We like being around people who feel our struggle and pain. It's the truth. So it's not okay to like pretend that skin color doesn't matter and that we're all the same regardless. We need to be more realistic and have a more like open approach to it and say, all right, it does matter. People will be treated differently off of it. But at the end of the day, I don't want to treat somebody negatively because of it. You know? It's about not trying to like put somebody down for being different. It's okay to acknowledge people are different, but it's not okay to freaking like cause harm to that group of people because of it. For instance, you like when you look at the Jews and you look at black people in slavery, it's like all that happened because people were different. Nobody embraced their differences. That's the thing about it. We gotta learn as like a people to embrace differences, not punish people for being different. That's kind of where like we are right now as a people. We like to punish people for being different, and that's in everything. That's in when you're like, that's even in your career. That's with your girl. That's with like your own ideals and stuff. Everybody wants to treat somebody who thinks and acts different worse for some reason. They don't want to embrace their differences. They want to treat them worse about it. Because when something's different and it stands out, I don't know, like we have a tendency to reject it and stuff as such as humans. And not, it's not even an American thing, bro. It's like a thing with humans in general. When something's different, we want to reject it because we're not familiar with it. When you're not familiar with something, you kind of try to push it away. That's why like it was such a weird thing. I was talking to my friend about it. It was like in that movie The Blind Side, bro. It's like, why? I asked my white friend, why do you think that movie was such a big deal, bro? Why? And then he's like, I don't know, because they took the kid. And I was like, no, bro, it's not just because he's black. It's because a white family took in a black kid. That is it. Race, skin color. If it wasn't for the woman being white and the kid being black, bro, that story would not have made headlines and that wouldn't have been made a movie. Skin color is important, and it shows you. Everybody was so fascinated because why? Why would a white woman take in a black kid? That is what everybody was confused about. Not why would a woman take in a kid, why would a white woman take in a black kid? So you can see skin color is relevant and it will always be relevant. And I understand a lot of people don't want to accept that type of stuff, but it's the only way to move forward. Understand we are different because of our skin color. Everybody is different, but we should not harm people for being different. We should not try to put people down for being different. We should all embrace our differences and learn how to like be cohesive, you know? I love you guys. Thank you for listening to this message. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share, because this does take a lot of energy to do and to give this type of stuff back, guys. Also, check my links in the description. I love you guys. Check out my other videos here, and we'll be back again.